Hey, I'm Chris Berman. Got a lot of games to cover. Let's get at it. In our first game this week, we had the Browns come away with a 7-point win. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris. Let's switch gears and talk about players that'll have new homes in the National Football League, as free agency continues to play such a huge role in determining a team's makeup. Frank Sanders is on the move, as you see, as he accepts a pretty good offer to leave his current club. 4 years, $2.1 million. Greg Brooks will also have a new address for a while as he signs a 4-year contract with the Titans. Marvin Jones is on the move as he gets a contract for what can only be referred to as crazy money. 2 years, $4.7 million, plus a $1.4 million signing bonus. Jeremiah Trotter got snatched up as well, and he signs a 2-year contract with the Vikings.
The Bills won this contest, but will stay at the 4th place in the AFC East. Simeon Rice had another fantastic week, and in the victory kept the streak of landmark stats alive. In a long-standing NFC rivalry, we had the Cowboys pick up their 8th win of the year. Santana Moss caught 4 TD passes and helped his Jets beat the Rams. Vikings, Redskins. Ken Irvin was able to step in front of this pass and pick one off, but he wasn't done there. The Redskins go on to win this by the final score of 37-19. In San Diego, right by Coronado Bay, we had the Chargers end up on the short end of an 18-point shtick. Over at M&T Stadium, we had the Ravens get bashed by 23 points. The Eagles had over 100 return yards in their victory at Lincoln Financial Field. The Packers won on the road and end their season on a high note. The Broncos won this contest, but will stay at the first place in the AFC West. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Boomer, thanks. In front of you, we've got the AFC Infirmary Report. And as you can see, they were hit hard this week. Jerome Woods will be on the sidelines for a while, so this defense will need to do some reshuffling in his absence. X-rays revealing that a broken foot is the report. He'll be out for the rest of the regular season. In front of you, we've got the NFC list. And as you can see, they could form their own mash unit. Mike Wall won't see action for a while, so this offense is going to have to make do without it. The team doctors have reported a pulled hamstring, and he'll be out for the rest of the season. On to the serious news of the week. Mike Anderson is a warrior out there, but even he won't be able to continue, and his absence will certainly be felt in the ground game. So that'll do it for now. Chris, let's send it back to you.
49ers, Patriots. Tom Brady calling signals at his own 40-yard line, rolls, then fires a slant. Look at it go! He could go all the way. 60-yard score. The Patriots win this one by the final score of 58-31. Joe Little Bighorn stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. Rich Loose Gannon threw for a ton of touchdowns and helped his Raiders beat the Jaguars. In the home of country music, Tennessee, we had the Titans end up with an 8-point victory. And last but not least, we had the Seahawks come away victorious.
All right, Boomer, thanks. All right, folks, our playoff picture has now been officially finalized. So let's take a look at it now, shall we? We'll begin with a look at the AFC. And now, checking things out over in the NFC playoff race. So the playoff matchups are set in stone, and we should have a few games that put the Wild into Wild Card Weekend. So that'll do it from here. Boomer, we send it back over to you.
And then there were 12, the playoffs, right around the corner, which means it's time for our regular season awards. But first, my primetime players. The final round of game balls go to these Warriors, each with a standout performance in the final game of the regular season. All right, as promised, here's a look at this year's best of the best, our season-ending NFL awards. Peyton Manning, without a doubt, is going to take home the hardware in this one. You see the numbers on your screen, but numbers really don't tell the whole story. Leadership, work ethic, love of the game, that's what truly makes him stand out. He had without question the best year of anyone. Dante Culpepper has got to be our choice for Offensive Player of the Year, and you've got to be hard-pressed to find better numbers than that. Obviously, give a lot of credit to the rest of the offense, but this is the guy that was driving the car, so to speak. Darren Sharper gets the nod as our Defensive Player of the Year, and I'll tell you what, there was no one better at taking quarterbacks and receivers alike completely out of their game. Great season. Ben Roethlisberger comes away with the Offensive Rookie of the Year award. You know, it's very difficult to come straight from college, be handed the keys to an NFL offense, but he stepped in and did a bang-up job. Watch out. He's only going to get better with age. Sean Taylor is our Defensive Rookie of the Year. It's hard to think of another defensive back the last few years that's come in and made this type of impact. He'll be something special down the road. Corey Dillon ran away with the rushing title this year. Talk about a threat out of the backfield, my friends. Finesse, speed, a surprising amount of power, which he used to bowl over the few who actually managed to lay a finger on him. What a year. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.